Back in 2013, one of the biggest theories circulating the community was the idea that Master Xehanort somehow would make the Foretellers a part of his 13 Seekers of Darkness. Back then, the theory was in its infinite stage with no one knowing exactly how Xehanort would go about doing this. Well, as of the release of Kingdom Hearts 0.2, I'm here to bring you guys the definitive version of this theory because now, more than ever, it seems the theory may actually be true. So a few months back, Tetsuya Nomura confirmed that Ventus's origins date all the way back to the fairy tale era. I don't know how we didn't realize this before because Master Xehanort does kind of mention the idea of him finding Ventus in his reports. So I don't know how this was lost to all of us. I mean, the fact that he comes from the fairy tale era, obviously we didn't know about the fairy tale era back in Birth by Sleep. But of course, the fact that maybe Ventus comes from somewhere that's probably beyond what we saw, of course, the little bitty scenes with his backstory of Master Xehanort pretty much being his master and shit. I don't know how we didn't think that that would come from beyond that because, I mean, for him to see the potential of Ventus being the Keyblade wielder, and then, of course, Ventus being as weak as he was and already being the Keyblade wielder, then we obviously should have guessed that he was a Keyblade wielder before, of course, him ever meeting Xehanort. But we learned that Xehanort did actually find him, and I'm gonna project that he probably found him in the Keyblade graveyard. Maybe Ventus participated in the Keyblade War, and he probably can't remember it due to some type of circumstances, such as hitting his head, such as a Keyblade wielder striking him and him losing his memories, of course, of back then. And then, of course, there may also be some way to explain how he survived, such as him having a strong heart, that his heart was able to guard him or shield him from the darkness. Or, of course, also there could be something like his friend or a friend of his potentially protecting him and losing their life in his place. So, of course, there's a lot of things that could actually go into that I think would make Ventus a very much deeper character than what he is right now. But anyways, with this connection to the past, in 0.2 we learned about a race between the two remaining Birth by Sleep characters and Master Xehanort to find Ventus's body. Now, before we get into Castle Oblivion talk, Xehanort is a master. Tetsuya Nomura confirmed only the original master of a Keyblade wielder can truly label them masters. And seeing as Ericus acknowledges Xehanort as a master, it's very clear that he didn't label himself master, nor is it a name thing because of his age or returning to, of course, the land of departure, the place where he learned to be a Keyblade wielder. He is a master. This is why Yensid calls him a master. So, of course, I don't think anyone was going to refute that, but I just needed to make sure that that was clear. So it should be more than plausible Master Xehanort knows about the castle and potentially how to reach the Chamber of Awakening. In 0.2, I mean, he literally mentions the room by name, so I'm sure he isn't oblivious to the castle's existence and moreover how it works. Now for the final piece of evidence, guys, take a look. Yes, this old scene finally has some clarity. So, what does this theory actually propose? Master Xehanort will use the body of Ventus to allow himself to travel back to the fairy tale era, and this will be how he gets his hands on the Fortellers. Maybe this is the true reason behind the key to return hearts in Kingdom Hearts 3, to return the scattered heart of Xehanort so that he can be returned to one entity and struck down. I definitely believe that, of course, Master Xehanort now, more than ever, will get his hands on the Foretellers. I mean, they have been mentioning time and time again that there will be some connection between Kingdom Hearts X and Kingdom Hearts 3, and I don't know, of course, where they're going to connect them just yet. I mean, we do learn about Luxu in the box, but I don't think that that's as far as it goes. I do believe that it will be more deeper than, of course, just Luxu, the box, and of course his Keyblade. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think Master Xehanort, with all of this evidence now and how well, like, this little plot line seemed to be developing in the background, do you think that Master Xehanort will actually get his hands on Ventus's body and potentially use it? Like, he doesn't have to turn him into a Seeker of Darkness. I don't think that's going to happen. But do you think he will, in fact, use his body for a little while just so that that way he can go back to the fairy tale era. One last little thing I wanted to talk about is also how Mickey and the gang were in the fairy tale era in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key and in Kingdom Hearts Chi. Maybe this is what they're doing there. If you realize Mickey, when he first gets out of the gummy ship, he says something reminiscent to, of course, where did he go? Now, he could also be talking about Pete, seen as Maleficent, is in, of course, the finale and the secret episode or the secret cutscene. But of course, he could also be talking about Master Xehanort or someone else that he potentially is following because he definitely seemed a little too serious to be talking about Pete. I mean, he disappeared for that long ass time, and maybe that was to go and do something. But obviously, if Mickey returned and he was willing to leave, then more than likely it didn't have anything to do with Xehanort. Maybe it did have something to do with Pete because, of course, Pete could be taken down by Mickey. However, Xehanort sent in a version of himself. I think Mickey would probably need some help with someone like Ansem, Xemnas, or potentially young Xehanort. So let me know what you guys think about it, man. Do you think that this possibility is something that will happen? Hit me up in the comments section. This has been your boy Amaziah. Don't forget to do a little A class gaming and everything you do. Don't forget to keep it A class. Yes, I am coming back with more theories than just this. We also need to retouch on the subject of whether or not Luxu is the master of Ericus and Xehanort. So we will be going with that video next. And I hope to see you guys in the next one, man. Peace the heck out. Oh, and lastly, I kind of have like, a little bit of a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 0.2 on my channel. If you want to go check that out, go ahead. I will leave like a link in the description below and like the first pinned comment. So I'm first, niggas.